Pardon an interruption, this is Troy Hill with the Star Chronicles. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So if you're interested in making your own podcast, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
This is Brian.
This is Casper.
Yo, this is ED.
This is Darius Lewis.
This is Troy Hill, and you're listening to the Knights at the Sound Table.
Strip club voice and
I'm letting them know that they're listening to the night.
Nights
Knights at the Sound Table.
We sitting at the table, son.
Yes. I might also add in that Brian's the only person got a Tinder profile pic and stuff on his thing here.
How's we gonna get through a podcast, man? Cause we be dying
All you know.
Yeah, was that Ric Flair in the background?
we going in the realms that I'm not familiar with. You 50 years old with some skinny jeans and shit.
I'm not physically designed to wear skinny jeans.
Yeah.
I would need to have like skinny jeans, like a kangaroo pouch down there. Because I couldn't wear them any other kind of way. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is the Knights at the Sound Table. I'm your host, Troy Hill. Got my co-hosts as normal. We got Brian, Ed, and we got Darius. And we also have Lee, his first time on the show. So how is everybody doing this evening? As we say around the table.
Doing good.
Good.
Okay, that's good to hear. Good to hear. Damn, Darius just came out and said, blessed. I like it. he put emphasis. He put emphasis on. Did you feel that in your soul, just like a little bit when he said it?
Amen.
Yeah.
My chest hurt.
Amen. You know.
Every time.
So the first topic we're going to talk about this evening is our first job, because everyone's had one, and sooner or later. Some of us, still in their 40s, still ain't had a job. But anyways, who would like to share their first job?
Man, I'll talk about my first job.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Don.
My first job was working at this country club, and I was a locker room attendant, and we had to sit in there and watch all the rich kids come in, and they go golf and watch all the rich people and stuff. It was me and my boy Vic. We was working in there. We would sneak out, take the golf carts, go around on the golf carts and be mashing them around and stuff, taking people's water, hiding stuff from them. We had a good time. So, yeah, my first job was fun.
So, hey, whatever happened to Vic? I remember him.
Vic went to the Shy, and we ain't heard nothing from him. So,
Damn.
You go down
Said,
to
fuck
the job.
Damn, Brian, why you sound like you in outer space? Got deep space Brian. We go. Well, okay. Ed, what's your first job?
Man, my first job, I was working with a company called Woodward Governor in Loves Park, and I was a summer recruit. So I used to do landscaping, man. It used to be 100 degrees out there. They sending us up to, the owners of the company's properties and, over at the factory, man, just doing landscaping. That was a good job. Actually, I did well. Yeah. And soon as
that's a good company.
Yeah. So I worked there all through high school, and then I could have gotten the academy, but I just didn't want to do that for whatever reason, man. And I think I wanted to work at some other job, the post office or something, but it just didn't work out. I should have stayed there though, because that was a good job. They had a barber shop, a dentist. They had all kinds of stuff on the facilities.
Damn.
Yeah. You get your hair cut and everything.
Shit, I couldn't compete with that.
No, I ain't never had no job like that before.
No,
But
damn.
but from deep from outer space, Brian, what was your first job?
You got to get the fishbowl off his head. Hold on.
Okay,
Brian Jetson and shit.
Well, my first job was when it comes to my first job, I worked at a place in Janesville called the Ground Round. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember that little restaurant.
Yeah.
We was famous for like the Ground Round burgers. That was like they highlight, entree, whatever. But that's what I did, and I used to, man. I was a bus boy. I don't know if y'all ever did that before, but man, it was horrible, man. The only thing that I liked about it is I was like making all the cheese sticks and onion rings I wanted. You know what I mean?
Right.
So did they close down because of food poisoning?
They very well could have. I was gone well before that happened.
I think the rats start cooking in there and they closed it down like Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
and Lee, what was your first job?
My first job was at Wendy's. I was about 15. Beloit.
You worked at Wendy's?
Yes, I did.
Wow, that's funny. Yeah, my first job was at Wendy's.
Yep.
Too. I started at Beloit until they moved us over to the new store in South Beloit or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, but that's when they had the super bar.
Yeah, when they had a super bar, and they could work teens later than they do now. But I go after school. If I didn't have basketball practice, I work till like 11:30.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a bad first job.
No, for a first job, I don't think it was bad at all. At the end of the day. I mean, I didn't like the boss at all. You remember him?
Yeah, you don't. Most of the time, you ain't gonna like the boss when you were a teen anyway.
Yeah, well, this boss was. Can we say boss names on the?
Hey, did his last name start with a B? Is that who you talking about?
No, that's one.
Okay,
but the other one, his last name began with an L.
Okay, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Man, I would have been taking the burgers and stuff.
Well, you got 50% off, so
Hey, I would have got 100% off. I would have been taking the burgers.
If you close,
right? If you close, you're right. You could get it all free. You could take what you wanted.
No, because we were trying to invent sandwiches and stuff from the supercar. we had the chicken sandwich. You trying to put that fake marinara sauce on top of it with some mozzarella cheese and all this other type of stuff. Yeah, we were trying to create back there.
Yeah.
But it was love there though. I liked it.
Yeah, what was your worst job you ever had? Let's start back with Darius.
Oh man, I can't even remember the name of the place. It was this factory I worked at, and they was just real racist and stuff. And I remember the lady called me the N-word and stuff. And like she was like in the office and stuff like that, and said something because I came in like late one day and stuff, and I'm like, man, I'm late every day, but you ain't got to call me out like that and stuff. And then,
black people late.
He's probably changing all them outfits he used to have in his car. He probably went out and changed outfits.
We get ready to go to varsity after this. I ain't got time for this.
That's because I was just coming home and stuff, so I had to race to get to work and stuff. So, but she called me that, and then one of the other supervisors, some dude, said something to me, and I kind of lost it and stuff, and I got escorted out. So that was my worst job.
Kicking and screaming, escorted out, or dragged?
No,
walking freely.
I walk freely.
Okay, good.
Man,
good. Well, I mean, if they don't call you in, I was just figuring.
No, I mean, I
threw
some stuff. I threw some people and some stuff, but I got escorted out and I walked out freely.
So you went out like an in, huh?
Yeah.
So you didn't go out. You didn't go out like Cuba Gooding Jr.
No, I didn't say a smile on my face.
All right, Lee, what was your worst job?
Ooh, Nestle Purina. Hands down. Nestle. They made cat food up in Jefferson, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Stunk. Felt like Mississippi burning the people. You know what I'm saying? Serious. I'm serious.
Mississippi burning.
Ooh, man, it was that rough in there to me. So,
Man,
my worst job.
I think my worst job was Reynolds Wheel. I did that for like a summer before I moved to Milwaukee, but it just seemed like with all that shit that you were inhaling, because it was like a fountain.
Right.
I mean, I don't even know if it existed.
No, it don't.
Over
it
there.
don't.
It don't. Yeah, but it was like a founder, and it used to warn you all the time. It's like anybody could take a regular aluminum can and throw it in that fire to blow up the whole damn block. I'm sitting there thinking, like, that's some scary shit. Wow. You know,
man.
I mean, just imagine like now with, you know, like how people go up and shoot up places and do all this other type of stuff. It could be that one ignorant person just to sit there and take that one can and be like, everybody's gonna go today because they shorted my check or whatever the case may be. But Ed, what's your worst job you've ever had?
It was a company called S-Wing in Rockford, and man, it was a foundry. They used to make hand tools like hammers and hatchets and stuff. But it's just,
they
I
still there, ain't they?
Yeah, they still there. Yeah. But man, my job was to grind the metal down as soon as it came from the foundry. So man, you had to inhale a whole bunch of steel dust. And hands, man, was dudes out there with their hands pointing in any direction because the metal, pushing against the metal so all that time, then had their fingers get distorted, man, and it was crazy, man. It was crazy, man. And but they paid good. They paid piece rate, so people would be out there killing themselves, literally. Trying to get that money, man. But back what Darius is saying, I was late like 26 times at that job, man. I couldn't believe they didn't fire me. I used to have to be there 6 a.m, man. I used to be late every day, straight up. We had to clock in. Hey, but one more thing, I got to tell y'all this about that job. I worked third shift, man. It was this brother named Pierre. He the first dude I ever seen get his whole check garnished for child support. He got his check, right? We was waiting for our checks. He got his check. It was $89. And he said, man, he stood up and said, look, he said, this is my last day of work. He said, I ain't never working no more.
I knew a guy like that at Reynolds Wheel too. Same thing happened. He opened up that check and man, literally a tear came down his eye. Basically like the damn Indian pollution. It was like that. Yeah. I mean, that is like they literally took every damn thing. He only had like $35, $40 left. But he had like 20 damn kids, so I don't know what the fuck he was really expecting. Man,
he was sick though. They created a hustler that day. He said he was the rest of his life.
He figured probably he's gonna go job to job, because usually that child support don't hit on that second check. No, but they got him right away. Probably get his regular check and then move on to the next job because it was easy to get factory work back then,
right?
Around that.
Yeah, with all them temp agencies too. Yeah, it was real easy.
Yeah. What about you, Brian? What was the worst job you ever had?
Oh man, I had several, but the one that stands out the most is a place called USG, and it was like in Walworth, Wisconsin, a little hillbilly area, and it was on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. So y'all know that I was late like 47 times. It was hard to stay focused as a young man. I mean, you want to go out and kick it, and it was like third shift. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, I cut out on lunch and not come back.
Yeah, we'll see. The only thing that fixes that at that young of age, I think everybody can agree, is like responsibilities.
Yeah.
You young and stuff, and you got like a bunch of kids or whatever the case may be. Your ass gonna get to work on time.
Nah.
But if you ain't got no kids, just want to go to the club and do all that type of stuff, yeah, you probably gonna be late a lot.
Yeah, unless you had my dad and lived with him, you was gonna make sure your ass was. Get your ass up, boy.
And remember
going into work. Remember going into work with a hangover, man, or still drunk, kind of.
Oh yeah. They cleaned the metal,
man.
Yeah. I did that a lot when I worked for Cubs.
I used to hide out in the
that happened a lot of
stuff. I go in the bathroom and fall asleep.
You fall asleep in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Man, people taking shit and everything. I mean,
man, you sitting in that stall. And he says that you
Yeah,
knocked out for
yeah,
like
you
3-4 hours
yeah, you
or something, man.
yeah, you never slept in a bathroom stall at work, Brian?
No, man, because people be taking shits and stuff in there. You know, it be stinking.
Man.
I
Man,
can't be in no bathroom like that.
sometimes you just gotta let it go.
You just gotta take it. You just got,
Yeah.
you got to take it with a. I can't imagine, man. I'll be like, nigga, you stay. I woke up out of my sleep.
That's
You gotta
'cause
take it
was
to the
awake.
head.
Shit.
Take it to the head.
You was awake.
Shit,
If you was asleep, you wouldn't even be thinking about this shit.
Yeah, I know. I be dreaming. I be dreaming.
Problems, nigga.
Yeah, I be dreaming that I was driving back and forth over Sherman Bridge, and that's how I justify the smell.
Right.
Hey man, you ever work third shift, man, and see people falling asleep, standing up and stuff? I used to be gagging, man.
Talking about feeling like you're in outer space, man. I did third shift for like about 6 months, man. That shit just sucked.
Yeah, everybody ain't cut out for that.
Yeah, it's like you go to work, everybody's asleep, and then you go home and stuff, and there's like nobody out on the road. Yeah.
Damn. Might
Yeah.
blood. You're a vampire.
That's what I did at Nestle. Third shift, fell asleep and wrecked my car 3 or 4 times. So yeah, I'm done with that.
We do have to ask Lee before we go on into a different topic. Since Lee has listened to the show the last the last 4 weeks now, you know, and he really enjoyed the show, so we appreciate that. I mean, I also like to say that Lee's always been a member at the Nights of the Sound Table, just finally getting them on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, what's your thoughts on ptomaine poisoning, and how many times were you warned when you were a young child about ptomaine poisoning is going to get you? Because when I grew up, my mom made ptomaine poisoning seem like it was worse than AIDS. So I need to know.
Wow.
I need to know because I still haven't found anybody. I've been doing research. I have not found one person succumb to the disease known as ptomaine.
And I haven't either. It's kind of like the clap your daddy used to talk about you get when you left around with a girl.
Yeah.
I think it's the same. It's just enough to scare you. Yeah, you gonna get the clap. We have to take a sledgehammer and beat it out of you,
You know we ain't got no insurance.
No, none.
Damn, you gonna mess around, get the clap and ptomaine.
Yeah,
The clap sounds serious, man. The clap.
Oh, yeah.
Better get some of that peroxide.
I don't know, man. Ptomaine has a level of mystery to it. The clap has like an understanding. You might have a good guess of what it might be. Ptomaine, you just don't know. You don't know if you'll wake up, your fingers are gone, toes missing. You don't know.
Ptomaine.
that is.
You know, but the clap sound like a 80s rock band or some shit. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the clap.
But I mean, I don't know why they would say that about that ptomaine anyway. When it was you, it wasn't even like a death wish. I wouldn't say it was more like.
My mom made it worse than like sickle cell.
It was more like it was more like a stomach virus, I thought.
Like anything you possibly touch. Don't eat too much of that, Troy. You'll catch ptomaine.
See, it's like a food poisoning type deal. I thought it was.
Yeah, but my mom, she exaggerated.
Right. Well,
look both ways before you cross the street. Ptomaine.
Look, I'm sure all of us was born either in early 70s or in the 70s. All of us. So we done heard shit that will probably never be replayed, and we will probably never ever tell our kids, for one, because they wouldn't believe half the shit we say. We done walked 16 miles and 15 feet of snow, and you're going to get the clap and ptomaine, and if you eat that rice that way. So you're
going to get the clap. My kids be going, what's the clap?
Right, what's the clap, Dad?
The clap, man, the clap.
But yeah. Ptomaine. I ain't heard of that in a while.
Yeah,
Baby,
I think
hey,
no, me
they
or
done
Ed, one of us brought it up. I can't remember who brought it up.
I,
Well, maybe it was me.
I think
Shit,
that was
I can't
Ed, wasn't it?
Yeah, I brought it up and you was dying laugh.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
you wish Tomaine poison on Patrick.
Mahomes.
Yeah, that's a bull. Yeah, I remember that.
Hey, when he played the Bears, I wished it on him too. So.
That's when I wished it on him.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I feel
I don't think I heard of Tomaine since the Bears won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's, you know what? That's 100% true. That's damn true right there.
Hey, you know what it been replaced with though, man? That mesothelioma. You know, don't nobody want to get that, man. They be saying the drugs. They be like,
no, you won't even know you got it until 20 years from now.
Yeah, they be like, this drug can cause mesothelioma.
That's all them people rushing to get that Popeye sandwich right now. That's gonna be them 5 years from now.
I'm confused.
Did you ever eat a Popeye sandwich 5 years ago? Do you have a cough? Do you happen to have a fever? What have you? Got a little blood trickling out of your nose? You got mesothelioma.
Hey, you see, they got that disease, man. It's coming out of China. I don't know what it's called.
That respiratory thing, yeah.
The Corona, or was it Corona?
Yeah, the coronavirus. Ooh.
Yeah, I have done a few. I have that like about 3 or 4 times out of the summer. You know, there's a bar down there. They have like dollar Coronas down here. You know, so I drink. You know, so that's about as close I'll get.
So basically, it's a mutation of the clap.
It's probably that Tomaine, that Chinese Tomaine. But how do they get these new diseases popping off over there, man? Like, what's going on, man?
No. Spirit shit for these people to sit there and like get the pharmaceuticals companies to come out with this new drug or new vaccination and then rip everybody off.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, everything is big business. Everything is money. So
right.
Yep, exactly.
Yep, right.
And if you look at the symptoms, it's like the same symptoms right now. I mean, I got some congestion and shit, and I've been coughing. Do I got the coronavirus? I've been having this shit for the last
only found one
3 months.
There's only one guy. He's quarantined. That's what they said.
Imagine being him, though, man. He ain't gonna be able to go back to work. He can't hug his wife or nothing. Others will be like, man, you got that corona, fam.
Well, fuck it, give me a Modelo.
But you know what? Though there's those real diseases, though, man. That like Ebola. There was a guy here in Dallas. He was bleeding out of his ears, ass, eyes, every damn thing. He just like. And he basically dissolved and shit. Nobody knew what the hell happened.
He just got to jump off the bridge. He just.
Goddamn, Brian, man, where's the damn hope and positivity? You just tell the dude to throw his ass off the damn bridge, man.
There's no cure, bro.
Yeah, so what do you do, man, when you acquire Ebola, man? What do you do, man? Like, what you do with your life at that point, man? Like, man.
Right.
Try. I mean, it might. I guess you're supposed to try and get real right with God. And right with the people that you might have had beef with. I guess. Or, as Brian so eloquently put it, throw your ass off the fucking bridge. Damn, Brian, you're supposed to be the voice of reason on this damn shit.
I know, I usually am, but tonight I feel like the only way you can solve this is just jump off a bridge. Like,
okay, all right, well, how about?
But what if you don't die? What if you don't die jumping off that bridge? You just got broke legs and shit.
What you like handy? You like handyman? You like handyman where you just got like 2 hands, or what was it? Head detective from Head Detective from A Living Color, where it's just like
or Blank Man.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come right back, and I'm gonna ask Brian questions about roadkill. That and much more. Only at the Nights of the Sound Table. Hello, I'm Troy Hill with the Star Chronicles Cowboys Talk podcast, sponsored by Anchor, the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place, free, which you can use right from your phone or computer with creation tools that allow you to record and edit to get your show sounding glorious. They'll even distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So what you need to do is download the Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. Did I mention it was free?
It appears you're famous, Darius.
Yeah, I'm famous. Yes.
Yeah, he's at work, so I wonder if, like we're saying, because he might be trying to sneak to a bathroom. So
Brian at the plantation, huh?
Yeah.
Master ain't gonna let me talk.
So they lead him on back and stuff.
Django on stage.
Just got him like a bee welt on his back.
They branded his ass.
We gonna call you B.
Your name Platt. Get him out. Yeah, fiddler. He said, I'm a fiddler. He said, your name Platt. You from Georgia. That damn 12 years a slave was something else, man.
No, I have to say, my favorite slave movie definitely is Django, though.
Django, oh yeah, he was wild.
Man, that was like a love story / most violent movie that I've seen in a long time. That movie had good everything.
Django was the slave Dolomite and shit.
He was.
Yeah, he was.
Say more.
This is Bendix, the Tomorrow People.
What is the magic that makes one's eyes sparkle and gleam, light up the skies? The name of the game is Lightworks.
And welcome back to the Nights at the Sound Table. Again, just a wonderful show. Just a bunch of friends that grew up together and finally got reconnected after about 20 years. If you guys are interested in listening to additional programming, you need to check out the Just Us Radio Show featuring me and my co-hosts Gina, Lisa, and Becky. If you're a Cowboy fan, check out the Star Chronicles. And Lisa has her own new podcast called New Lisa on Life. Great program about just women empowerment and weight loss and relationships and dating and all that. So it's a really, really good program. But anyways, let's go ahead and get back to Brian, and he's going to talk to us about his theories of roadkill.
Well, I driving down the road and realized with the brilliant mind of mine, seeing all these animals that just been, either, mowed down by a truck or a car, or whatnot, and just thinking of all that meat that's just sitting going away.
I swear.
Okay, so what is your plan? What's your 5-point plan for said dead carcasses on the side of the road? And is there a choice between carcasses? I see plenty of dead shit up and down the road when I'm driving. So who's going to separate what's good and what's bad? Or they're not going to separate it?
Well, don't the state got people to do that anyway? So, I mean, if you have state workers that go up and down the road and they see all these dead cattle, even the people that, in the park and recreation, they can, if you see something, put it aside, and call the authorities to look at it, tag it, see if the meat is still good and it's still fresh kill. And, feed it to the unfortunate people that don't have food.
Oh, you talking about feeding it to people? Oh, my God. Roadkill?
Now, what's the tier? What's the tier of meat? What's the meat class? And you gotta bring in like QC people to do quality checks on this damn meat and stuff. So you're saying the random squirrel, raccoon, or what? I mean, because there's dogs, there's cats, there's rabbits,
Well, no,
there's deer.
Deer.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to offend, any different ethnic, class by saying that. I'm not talking about.
Shit.
I personally wouldn't want to mess with pets. Who wants to have a pet? Like, I wouldn't want to eat that. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, people do eat venison anyway, so deer. If you live further north, eat moose. I mean, whatever.
What about an owl?
Yeah, but owl.
Owl probably tastes like chicken. I mean,
To black people, everything tastes like chicken.
Put some Lyras on it.
Yeah, put some Lyras on it. Ain't that Lyras amazing though? That shit is like the canister. It never runs out. It's like forever Lyras. It's like at my mom's house and stuff. I remember like Lyras used to be sitting in one area, and then there would be like another area be that remember that Murray's pomade?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where that one can will like last you a lifetime, just like Lowry's.
Did y'all grow up? Did y'all grow up with the Folgers can with the different kinds of greases in it, with the catfish grease and
for sure, man.
That's some real stuff right there.
Oh yeah.
You don't. Everything tastes like fish or chicken because that's the only grease they was using.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right.
Did anybody have a collection of purple sacks from Crown?
Oh yeah,
man.
Yeah,
most definitely.
But look, nobody in the house got drunk though. But that was the story.
Yeah. Because my mom had enough. I mean, my mom had enough of them sacks probably to make a nice sofa cushion with those. I mean, between that, and because I remember. She and some other friends though. You remember that Cool festival they used to have, the Cool Jazz Festival?
Oh yeah.
With the cigarettes.
Yes.
Type of stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay.
She would have a shitload of cigarettes at the end and have like all these little novelty things for like cigarettes and stuff.
Let me collect all that stuff.
Yeah, we don't have stuff like that anymore. Remember like when your grandma used to collect those little green stamp things that you put in a book?
Yeah.
Like a mail. What do they call it? SIs or SAs or something like that?
Yeah, they don't have them joints no more.
And they'll make you lick the damn stamp.
Yeah, I think I got a couple Christmas presents from that.
Yep.
I think I did.
They'll write you go to the liquor store for your parents. They'll write you a note. You 8 years old. You can buy beer, cigarettes.
Yep.
You want a fifth of E&J. Give me a fifth of that Gino, please.
Yep.
Some of that bump in your face.
Down the street, down there at what was it, Century?
Century, yeah.
I don't even know what the
hell.
It
was Century.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell. Yeah, I don't even know what the hell it is now anymore. What they end up changing it to?
They got some little Mexican restaurants and a little telemarketing place was in that building.
Oh, okay.
But it's Mexican restaurants on 2 spots of it in that Quick and Save liquor and beer.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that whole street Sherman's done changed, man. I mean, I ain't been back for like about 4 years. I'm coming back in March for a few days or whatever. But which we will be videotaping and doing some type of stuff for this program. But it's gonna be really really.
Yeah, give me a heads up.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah, because I'm senior citizen now. I'll be asleep by y'all lucky. Y'all lucky I was excited tonight. Like shit, I'm ready to go to bed.
No, it's funny though because Lee was telling me he's ready to be 50. I'm sitting there thinking like, damn, I just saw you dropping threes and shit in high school like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look good.
Oh, appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what though? What's crazy about getting older, man? Because we still got young minds. I still in my mind like, oh yeah, I could be doing this and that, but in reality, it's like, man, I'm 46 out here, man.
Right.
So the young people, we look crazy.
Yeah. You the only person on the show counting your steps and shit. You talking about that. Damn! I'm 100 short steps. I'm short 100 steps. I better go ahead and jog in place and do a twist or something.
Yeah, but you know how young
Man,
people look at us, man, like how we used to look at old people, because you try to be cool around some young people, try to let them know, what they, what kind of music they listen to, and they kind of be like, yeah, okay.
Right.
Right.
No, it is weird, because like my oldest Caleb, I try to steer him right as far as like the music and stuff goes. So like when he was real young, it was all Wu-Tang, Nas, Tribe Called Quest, and all that
Right.
stuff. I wanted to give him like a background. My other kids, it didn't work out too damn well for me, But my oldest knows and stuff. So I guess I did partially right when it comes to that. But it's like so much has unchanged now, as far as how the things that we got away with that was like seemed like it was real bad back there in the 90s or whatever, 80s. It seems like it's nothing now.
Yeah, it'll be a joke
compared to what some of these kids do now.
Yeah, because honestly, it wasn't nothing back then, because we had that risk, and I'm sure I'm speaking for all of us. It was a better chance you wouldn't go on the timeout. You was gonna get a straight up ass with a mugging. You was gonna get beat up if you mess up, and that we was afraid of that. We was in the time of the street light. If that street light on, where you better be. So it ain't like that no more.
Right.
No, look, right now, if a kid, like, let's say you get into a fight. Back in the days, if you got in a fight, even if you won or lost, but if you got whooped, you just got whooped. You know what I'm saying? But now, if you get whooped, it's gonna be on video with a remix. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Slowing it down.
Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna help.
And you looking for somebody with the gun so you can come back to the next day and I'm gonna end this. That's how they think now.
Yeah. And look at this dude. What's the basketball player's name? That's all on TMZ and everything.
Oh, Delonte
West.
Yeah.
West. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, why can't these NBA players help this damn man?
They
played
finna
in
help
the damn NBA, but he's had these problems since he was. I mean, this happened in DC, but he was spotted here in Dallas like 6 or 7 months ago on the damn street.
Man.
So I mean, he played here in Dallas and stuff too. Why couldn't any of the Maverick players help him? I mean, I understand why LeBron might have his little beef because the rumor of him
with his mom,
and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a heavy dose.
But that is a pretty damn heavy dose.
Yeah, but my mom need love too. I mean, he did what he had to do.
But you can't smash my man's, man. That's your point guard. That's
man, Lee trying to smooth it over and shit, man.
I was on the young man's side, shit.
Yeah, man, no, it's messed up because I get you.
Right, I get it.
I can't. I get you, but
no, if that was me, I feel the same way. If that was me,
you can't do that to the king and stuff. So.
No.
Man, I got this job. I'm sitting here every day. I come to work on time, and it seems like they don't even appreciate it. They even gave Joe a promotion. I've never gotten a promotion. I've been here for 5 years, man, just slaving and just taking these orders and dealing with these irate and these crazy customers. I'm just sick of it, man. Oh, man. Here we go again. Here's another customer. Hello, this is Brian. Welcome to Taco Bell. How may I take your order?
Damn right you can take my order, motherfucker. This is Well Tech. I want 2 of those damn regular tacos that you got, but fix them up like Supreme Taco. I want the Supreme Taco, but I want to pay them with cheap fries. Sounds like you're a little bit disgruntled. Ever consider Well Tech, motherfucker? Real job skills and trades. So put your ass to work.
Jobs and trades? What are you talking about?
You know, jobs and trades, motherfucker. To put your ass to work. Go ahead and join our 8-week program. Guaranteed after you get your 8-week program, you'll put your ass to work in 3 weeks. 97% job placement.
Oh, that sounds like that would be good. I mean, I need a job because I can't take these customers in.
Well, shit, I understand, motherfucker, but this is what you need to do. You're not going to be hocking no more tacos anymore across damn town. Join our 5-week program. Gonna put your ass to work in 2 days guaranteed. 75% job placement.
Well, where are you located?
branches throughout the United States of America. Wow. We're accredited in 5 of them. Damn right it's a lot.
Well, that sounds like something I want to do. Well, how do I get a hold of you?
Okay, so let me go ahead and complete my order, and I'll pull around there in a second. Second, I want 1 ball of Dr. Pepper, but could you put it in a large glass for the small fries?
I sure could, sir. I'll be more than happy to do that for you.
See, you started thinking using your damn noodles. We have a 5-point plan with 2 of those points is highly effective and putting your ass to work. You should try 7 of our 5 plans that we have. And I know that might not make sense, but it's simple math, motherfuckers. Don't question me.
5 or 7 point plan.
There's a 10% chance of that. 62% job placement.
Well, first you said it was like 93, and now you're saying it's 62. I mean, what is it?
Simple math, motherfucker. I don't like to repeat myself. There's a 7-point plan, 3 of the party plans highly effective. You join our 17-week program, put your ass to work in 1 week, 97% job placement.
Well, how do I know if I'm smart enough to be able to be in the program?
Have you listened to every word I've said, motherfucker?
Yeah, I heard it, but it just seems like it's
Zippy? That means you're smart enough. Let me go ahead and pull on over and I'll give you the information for WellTech USA. WellTech USA. Get a job and you'll get paid. The women will dig you. You'll get laid. WellTech. What you waiting for, motherfucker?
Time for you.
How you doing? How you feel? This is the Knights at the Sound Table. I'm your host, Troy Hill. I thank each and every one of you for joining in with our program this week. We have Lee Bolton, we have Darius, and we have Mark, a.k.a. Casper, on the show this evening. How are you all doing, gentlemen?
Doing well.
Yeah, doing good.
I mean, that's great to hear. We're almost at the weekend and stuff, so that's always nice.
Hell yeah, it is.
Damn,
well, I don't know. I don't look forward to Friday as much as everybody else. I look forward to Saturday.
Well, yeah, we know your reason why.
Oh, my goodness. It is that time to get back to the show, and this is our lovely Miss Coco coming at you on the main.
Right. Time for us to go into our topic. It's a high-level debate amongst the community, so to speak. Debates been going on for 30 years. But Michael Jackson or Prince, who do you got and why? We're going to first ask Lee.
Oh, go with the old head first. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, my mom always said, respect your elders.
Right. All right. I feel you. Well, I would say I kind of grew up more on Michael. So for that reason, I would go with Michael Jackson. He did make great music with the Jackson 5 on his own, bestseller. But yeah, that's a toughie. But I'd have to go with Mike. But I love Prince. I love me some Prince.
Yeah, see, the way you explained it, though, we all kind of grew up with Michael first, per se. So, I mean, that's definitely a great way to explain it. Let's go ahead and go with Mark. What is your thoughts on it? MJ or Prince?
I got to go the opposite. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big Michael Jackson fan as well, but I gravitate more towards Prince.
And why is that?
I don't know if it's a quantifiable reason. Maybe it's the association with, that he had with Morris Day at the time. I remember coming up through high school, I had the top hats and the trench coats and, the hammer pants with the freaking penny loafers. So I kind of gravitated towards that higher end look, that funkier look and feel. So for me, it was, the Prince, Morris Day, and the time combination. They were just off the beaten path and that seemed to be the way my social choices were. So that's where I gravitated towards more.
Okay, that's a great answer. I mean, and yeah, Prince, the Revolution, the New Power Generation, the Time, all of them. They all had their unique look. That Minnesota, I don't know, is that Minneapolis look or whatever you want to call it, but they definitely had a unique look compared to everybody else. So let's go ahead and ask Mr. D. Lou, Darius Lewis, who do you take, the King of Pop or his royal badness?
Man, I mean, I'm a fan of both of them. If I had to choose one, I would lean towards Prince. And my reason for that is because of him being a musician, where Michael didn't really play any instruments and stuff. Prince was able to pretty much play anything. Wrote his own music, also performed the music. So I mean, it was just a different thing for me. Troy,
right.
Being in band and stuff like that.
Yeah,
your appreciation.
Yeah, to the listeners that don't know, we were in band in high school, and me and Darius both played saxophone, and we were badass.
Hell yeah!
And we do have state medals for said quartet for playing a song called "Lazy River," where the guy that actually made the damn song was the judge, and we still won. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and get off my soapbox for a moment. It's okay. I'm back.
But yeah, definitely that's who I would choose. I would choose Prince. So
yeah, I think everybody. There's no wrong answer, I don't think, with this particular one. So I can honestly see everybody's point. I definitely prefer Prince over Michael Jackson, just because, like Darius said, musician can play just about everything. I mean, excellent songwriter. He's wrote several hit songs for wrote songs for like Sinead O'Connor. Nothing Compares to You. He wrote that. I Feel for You for Shaka Khan. He wrote that. I mean, Just Another Manic Monday. He wrote that song. I mean, he's wrote several hits that people don't even realize. So I definitely have to tip my hat to Prince. No disrespect to Michael, because I know back when I was younger, I listened to Michael probably way more so than Prince. But I think it was because it was like the maturity level of me being a child that, parents probably really didn't want you to listen to Prince that much any damn ways. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of encompasses it also. I can say as I grew older, I definitely appreciated Prince way more. Just because of just pure musician and, just musical talent. Just not a knock on Michael Jackson by any stretch of the imagination. Because, I mean, hell, back in 1985, I went to the Victory Tour at the Pontiac Silverdome and stuff and saw the Jackson's Victory Tour. And it's been 30 years, and it's still the best concert I've ever seen in my life. And I'm sure it'll probably always be that damn way. So, but still, I have to give the nod to Prince. Any other thoughts on that comparison?
Well, they so close, they pretty much came up around the same time. But like I said, it's a generational thing too, because especially with Mark, I think he fit more because, like he said, with the clothes he liked to wear and they just fit his personality better, where I got older sisters, so all I heard was Michael Jackson. So it was
exactly.
And that's why I got started to like him, is because I heard it all the time. When Prince came on the scene, it was kind of like almost forbidden, because he was like badass, raunchy.
Yep, you're nailing it on the head right with that, because that's exactly the reason why I think we were more open to Prince or more open to Michael Jackson growing up, because there was a different maturity level once you hit Prince.
Right.
Because Prince was talking about stuff that at that age I didn't know what the hell Prince was talking about. Now I'm like, oh,
right.
So what was a bigger impact for you growing up at that time? Was it Thriller, the release of Thriller, the video, or the release of the movie Purple Rain? Which was a bigger deal deal for you?
Purple Rain.
Yeah.
And this is a Michael Jackson fan. Purple Rain.
Yeah. It's a tough question, but Purple Rain for me for a different reason, because some of my great uncle played Prince's father in that movie. That was a big thing, plus being a Prince fan and stuff. But it's tough, man, because Thriller was something else.
It was something else. I mean, and this is when I have to go to the Michael Jackson side, because I wasn't quite old enough for Purple Rain. I remember I didn't see Purple Rain until once it was on video, And then one of our babysitters let us sneak and watch it and stuff one night. So it's like I wasn't quite old enough. I was like, holy shit, Apollonia 6. Damn, she ain't got a shirt on. But I'm like, let me get up, and I have to go into another room for a minute to get myself straight. But
you went Bill Cosby on him, huh?
Yeah, I was like, well, shit, man. I just wasn't young enough or old enough to appreciate. I appreciated it. I knew. Well, trust me, I knew I appreciated what I was seeing, but just wasn't quite ready. But Thriller was more of an event, because I remember back then my mom, she got a big screen TV, one of those old school TVs that you clicked. It looked like a piece of furniture, and you click the button and it would rise up and shit.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so we had people over in the neighborhood, grandma, grandfather, because my aunts and uncles lived across the street from me too. My cousins lived on the other block, my other cousins and stuff. So we all just met. My grandma didn't come. You could plug the TV into the damn phone line. It had it was called a space phone. So we talked to my grandma on the speaker phone, and she got a trip out of that. So she finally just came on over and we all sat and watched it. They played it like a couple of times. I think, you know what? Angelo Brooks and Maurice were over there too. And they came over.
Okay.
Yeah. And we all sat and watched it. And it was just a big event,
Yeah.
What was like an 18-minute long music video, which at that time was something that was like unheard of.
Yeah.
And then, I can't remember the guy that directed the movie, but the video, but he was a big time director too. So
John Landis.
Yeah. I definitely have to lean towards Thriller in that respect, just because of what my age was at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, that plays like I'm a little older, so I kind of understood the whole Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Somewhat, not completely, somewhat.
When I had the opportunity to watch Purple Rain, to check out Thriller, again, just for whatever reason, my personality gravitated towards the presentation that Purple Rain provided.
Yeah. I remember my mom let me buy Apollonia 6 and stuff. We were traveling on vacation some damn where and stuff, but I thought I had like the score of a damn lifetime, little cassette cover and stuff. I'm like, yes. I'm finally a man. Anyway.
That's why, when you think about it, man, like Prince has some women.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Man, that dude, wow.
Apollonia, Vanity,
Sheila E.
Yep.
Sheena Easton.
Yeah.
And then his
Carmen Electra,
and his ex-wife Matei.
Yeah, Michael Jackson had Brooke Shields, Macaulay Culkin, Webster. I'm just kidding. But okay, let's since we're talking about Michael and Prince, let's go ahead to halftime performance by Michael Jackson or a halftime performance by Prince. See, we're going further and further down into the rabbit hole, gentlemen.
Yeah,
man.
I don't know. Again, Prince is a larger showman. So my personal opinion is his presentation was all about the showmanship, and to me, it was just better.
So, okay, when you say showmanship, do you mean entertainer? Because I don't know. I think Michael Jackson's a better entertainer than Prince. But I agree with you in certain aspects that Prince's performance in halftime was better because he was playing a damn guitar in the middle of fucking hardcore pouring rain. What other musician can do that?
Yeah.
All dancing around and still not falling on his ass. That is impressive. But I still have to give
especially in 4-inch heels.
Yeah, but I still have to give the entertainment aspect because you got people crying when Michael Jackson shows up, where he was showing up. People, going in spasms, falling on the floor. Not saying that Prince wasn't getting that same type of reaction.
I think Prince was getting a more mature response. I think Michael had that universal appeal because he had, he kept the childhood fresh, the child fresh in us. But Prince had the grown and sexy appeal. Yeah. And so, I'm sorry. I will probably pick Prince every time because of that grown and sexy appeal. He appealed to a more mature, more sophisticated intellect. Michael, not so much.
No, that's very, very true. You got any thoughts on that, Lee?
Michael was a better entertainer. Prince was a better artist. He, like you said, he played instruments. He did it all. But as far as a show, I think Mike was better. But that's what he did. He was a showman to me, where Prince was just a true artist.
Darius, you remember when Michael Jackson, at the halftime show before he got on the stage, they showed like the four corners of the stadium, and they had they made it look like he was popping up at the corner of each one and shit, doing his damn dance.
Oh
shit.
yeah. Yep.
That shit was badass.
Right.
You know, because it was like you like do a crotch grab and all of a sudden he disappears. You know, he pops up on the backside.
Yeah. I think I would pick Mike halftime performance, most definitely. His stage presence, not that Prince didn't have that, but Mike was just on a different level as far as like performing, the dancing and just the whole entertainment aspect, where Prince, like he had moments where he had to basically concentrate on playing his instrument, even though he'd be dancing and, doing some little steps or this and that. But Mike had a complete show and just
dancers, several dancers, and all that type of stuff. But not saying that Prince didn't, but I mean, you got like these people doing all this training for like 3 months before they actually go live for a show somewhere, and they're all like in unison. You know what I mean? So I mean, they're both just. I mean, at the end of the day, they're both impressive artists. Let's do a quick sweep around the table. What's your favorite Prince song and your favorite Michael Jackson song? Go with it first, Mark.
Favorite Prince song would probably have to be Get Off.
Mm-hmm.
And favorite Michael Jackson song, I would have to say, would be Smooth Criminal.
Okay. How about you, Darius?
Favorite Prince song is Pop Life. My favorite Michael Jackson song is I Can't Help It.
Damn, man, you jackass. Now I gotta change my list so I can be different. Because those are probably my two favorite songs as well. But
we're related. You know that, right?
yeah. Well, blood's thicker than water.
Right.
Apparently, music is too.
Right.
Anyway, as again, I have my fists on like the side of my hips, like I'm a cast member of Good Times, like lean back. You know this, child. But anyways, okay. How about you, Lee?
Favorite Michael Jackson song is Human Nature.
Great song.
Favorite Prince song is Purple Rain.
Purple Rain, another great song. Very, very powerful. The favorite part of the Prince song? I like at the ending when they're like playing all the violins and all that shit. That is really, really, that's really, really nice.
Yeah.
It kind of string your soul, like you can feel it.
Yeah, you feel like you're someplace else. You feel like you're sitting like at night on a mountain someday and we're looking at the moon and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
It just takes you someplace else. But I'm trying to think. Okay, favorite Michael Jackson song. Damn it, I can't help it. I'm sorry, I can't avoid it. It just is what it is. Prince, certainly Pop Life, but I do love the other song. I can't think of the song right now. It's on the tip of my tongue. One starts off, I ain't got no money.
I want to be your lover.
Yes. That's my second favorite Prince song. Even though it's incredibly short.
Who would you choose to be on your basketball team if you had to play a pickup game?
Prince.
Jackson.
Prince.
Exactly. We going back to the Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. Give me Prince Webb.
Yeah, shit. Well, we got examples and stuff. We know that Prince can actually play ball because it's been well documented. We know that all Michael Jackson's gonna do is crawl between your legs and stuff. Like he did Michael Jordan.
Right.
So I mean, I'm gonna go with the baller. But well, we're just about out of time this evening. We definitely had a great time. And hope you guys enjoyed listening into our program. Like, thank each and every one of you. Make sure you continue sharing. Do you guys have anything else you want to say to the people?
I'll tell everybody have a good night.
Just stay safe. Check you next week.
All right. Anything from you, Lee?
Be positive. Live life one day at a time. One moment at a time.
I already said it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. I said something else though.
Okay, well, I mean, I can just go ahead and leave on it. I'll say one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. 2000 party, oops, out of time. My bacon smelling fine. Assalamu alaikum, and the Lakers almost won. We out. Hey.